sex, drugs, or rock and roll.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you for coming. Hi, wife.
To Sam Fischetti, one of Soyerton's most distinguished attorneys.
Thanks, Peter.
Wait a minute. Also, Soyerton's newest school board member, Sam.
Thank you, Victor. Everybody. Well, you have to start someplace.
I think it's great.
I said that. I think it's great, too.
I'm very proud of you.
Don't be smug. It shows.
I know. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you.
Well, Sam, he'll probably be here any minute. Oh, Stanley Jonas, that's you. Come on, I think this would be an excellent time to give me a little nudge.
Victor, this is a party.
Oh, well, I know it's a party, but you know Jonas. He always relaxes at parties. Come on, the word is definitely out. He's changing insurance brokers. Now, this is an account that I've wanted for years, Sam. Come on, think a kind word from you.
Stanley, I didn't think you were...
Here it is.
Hi, Stanley.
Sam, get him for me, will you? No. No, I mean when the time's right, eh? Come on.
Hey, Pop. Ma che succede qui, eh? Niente speciale, una festa. I thought I was going to lose you to the football game. You good? It's only half time. Hey, there's a bunch of my friends here you've never met before, so I spent. Nobody has this many friends. It's politics, Pop.
Lizzie's dead, but the radio said Polly was bleeding bad.
All right, folks, you'll have to move back, please. Just move back.
Vincent, and here, emerging from a heavily guarded police van, is a wounded Vincent Colley, the alleged murderer of Melissa Hayter. Flushed out of his remote hiding place after a 2-month search, which finally ended Wednesday with his capture. The wilderness of
Call him. He'll help. He'll help. Call him now. Tell us they're not around.
Hey, did you hear about Vincent Colley?
Yeah, I hope they burn him. Twice.
Before or after he's convicted?
Les, did you get those papers over to Stanley Jonas?
Was going to after lunch.
Well, this is after lunch.
Right, Mr. Handler. Bye, Mr. Shetty. Mr. Matthew.
He sells pretty well. He could go a long way. He's a frisky kid, you know. Very independent. Oh, Sam, thanks very much for the Jonas account.
That's okay. You'll pay for my daughter's wedding. I'll see you later. Bye, Victor. Bye, Peter.
Yeah, see you, Sam.
Thanks for lunch.
Okay. Hey, don't forget the school board meeting.
Gotcha.
No, Sam represented Vincent Colley once.
He did.
Well, it wasn't a criminal case. It was Colley's father's will. It's a terrible mess. Sam never could resist other people's problems.
Ah, it's a nice attitude, but come on. Vincent Colley, eh?
You here, Sally?
That's it.
Hey.
Mr. Fischetti, please.
Vincent, I'm trying to help you. Please cooperate. At least that.
Mr. Fischetti, would you please talk to that trooper? He never stopped staring at me. That guy's been staring at me since they dragged me in here.
You should be glad he's here. That trooper's here to protect you. There's a lot of people out there that wouldn't hesitate to get at you, Vincent. Melissa Hayter was very popular, and everybody knew her.
I didn't murder no one, sir.
Vincent, the police think they have a serial crime on their hands. They think Melissa Hayter was the latest.
Oh, God, I don't understand, sir.
Well, try to understand. 2 other local teenagers, Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman, disappeared 3 months ago. The police think...
The police damn near killed me.
Police found your knife near Melissa Hayter's body.
Well, they must have planted it there, sir. They must have planted it. I never hurt no one.
And why did you run and keep on running and give him such a hard time?
What would you do? Police waiting for me at home. Cars, dogs, lights. I could see my wife standing waiting in the doorway. She was crying her eyes out. So I ran. I didn't stand no chance. You ever get chased like that? Did you ever get chased like that, Mr. Shea? Well, you'd run too, sir. You'd run just as long as you could.
3 girls, Vincent. 1 dead and 2 missing.
Don't know nothing about no missing girls. Don't know nothing about no missing girls.
What do you know? What do you know?
I'll tell you what I know, sir. All I know is those people out there, they hate me. They hate me. They always have. Well, let them cry. Let them scream. I have all my life.
The court will appoint you a lawyer. A criminal lawyer. You're entitled. But I can't help you. I'm sorry. I'll notify your wife.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Sam.
Hello, Your Honor.
Sit down. We're not in court.
I can't get used to a judge away from court.
Oh, my wife can't get used to me in court. She thinks I look funny in black robes. Take your coat off.
Thanks.
Hi. You like this room?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, everybody does. Books, books, books. Huh. Love to be with them. They quiet the heart, race the brain. We want you to defend Vincent Colley.
I've already seen Vincent Colley, Your Honor. There's nothing I can do to help him.
Then what did you come to see me for? You knew what I wanted.
Well, you don't refuse a sitting judge on the telephone.
You're okay. How did you come to meet Colley?
His father had died, and the will was a shambles, and he was distraught, and his wife asked me to straighten things out.
Well, apparently you did. You left a wonderful impression on her.
Well, she asked for help.
Now, I'm asking.
Please, Your Honor, appoint a public defender. There's lots of eager kids out there.
Yeah, eager, that's about it. Look, Sam, I am not going to have an appeals court reverse me, not on this one. I'm not going to have some kid defending murder one in my courtroom. I'm responsible.
There are 2 girls missing beside Melissa Hayter. Is Colley going to be indicted for them?
The other girls are missing. There's no corpus. There's no case against Colley or anybody else. So, first things first, huh?
Your Honor, I'm just not a criminal lawyer.
You appeared before me many times. If I got into trouble, I'd ask you. I'd say that to anyone. I have no problem there. Look, Sam, a public trial, a strenuous defense, and some decent weather would help this area enormously.
You sound like the president of the Chamber of Commerce.
Don't I? Damn it, Sam. Mrs. Colley has told the district attorney that her husband won't be represented by anyone but you. Now, give us a hand. Your practice is booming.
This is an expensive experience, Your Honor. I'm not a rich man.
No, but you're a grateful one, Sam. I know that much about you. This area's been good to you. You're a fair man, a man with a sense of obligation. Bet you have a better sense of obligation than I have. You'll do the right thing.
You're good, Your Honor. You're very good. You're hustling me to take a case that's as close to hopeless as a case can be and still be called a case. And you cite community and public service and obligation. You've thrown everything at me except my immigrant forebears and my mother's cooking.
Oh, I haven't finished yet.
I'll save it. I know when I've been had. You see before you a thoroughly trapped citizen.
You're going to give the district attorney a terrific run for the money.
And lose?
Well, that depends on the jury.
Thanks, Ted. Nice to see a familiar face.
Colley gonna open up on Melissa Hayter?
Smite, Philadelphia World. What about the missing girls? Colley Cooperative?
What about Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman?
Do you know what my business in here was today? It was a dispute on a property line. Involved 2 old ladies and a couple of Holstein cows.
Jennifer Lawson, Miami speaker. You denying there's a link between the dead girl, Melissa Hayter, and the 2 girls still missing?
No.
Is Colley giving you any information?
I just told you that my business here had nothing to do with Colley.
Come on, Sam, help us out a little here. What's Colley been telling you? Give us something.
Ted, you know I can't discuss what my client did or didn't say.
How about off the record?
Off the record. Will you tell me who gave you the story on Senator Crichton's slush fund?
You know I can't disclose that.
Well, that was a good story.
That's it, folks. All over. Coming through here. Coming through. No more questions here. No more questions, ladies and gentlemen.
The last of the best.
Hey, Sammy. Marty, how are you? No more questions, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Martin Costigan, attorney at law. I don't carry a card. What's your name?
How's it going, Marty?
Jenny! How's your darling mom, Ted?
Fine, she's fine.
Will you say hello for me?
You connected with this case, Counselor?
No, I'm not connected with this particular case. I am, however, connected with this particular gentleman. Very well connected.
This is true.
Sam and I are companions, you might say, in a world of hostiles, having demoralized a couple of juries, traumatized a couple judges or two, closed some bars. He'll deny that.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
Counselor, I think I'm going to drive you home.
I can drive.
No, you can't.
Daddy, do you think Mr. Cawley is a murderer?
You know I can't tell you that.
What about the missing girls? Do you think there's a connection?
You know, Sarah's just a year older than me. Everybody liked her.
Vincent Cawley hasn't been accused of abducting Sarah Goodman or Nancy Deering.
You know, our friends are embarrassed for us because you've taken this case.
Well, I'm embarrassed for them.
I'll get it.
Well, why did you let the judge talk you into it?
Because when a judge asks you to take a case, Maureen, you don't refuse him.
But you're not a criminal lawyer.
Marty Costigan is.
Costigan?
Marty? Oh, he's so funny.
He's very funny when he drinks.
Mom, I'm gonna take this upstairs. Could you hang it up when I hear?
Hey, I told you Les would call. He loves anything sick.
Teresa, glad he finally called.
Of course the boy called. Why shouldn't he call?
Because ever since Sam took this case...
Enough. Maureen, Vincent Cawley is 1 out of 50 clients. I'm a lawyer. This is what I do.
Walk away from it, Sam. Walk fast. A case like Cawley will kill you.
So come in on it with me.
Why me? I mean, what about this?
Drunk or sober, you know more about criminal law than anybody in the state.
You should stay away from criminal law. Most of your clients are going to be guilty as hell. You're going to be living with the pimps, thieves, arsonists, killers. You're going to go home at night and start staring at your own kids and wondering if they aren't potential victims or potential criminals, for that matter. It's a blurry world, Sam. It's a very just blurry world. Just forget it. A case like this brings out the worst in everybody.
There's a few bucks in it for you. We can all use money.
The next case, buddy.
We owe it to the community.
Sam, this is not a community. This is a swap meet. This is just buy and sell. Buy and sell. That's it.
Let's just get into a courtroom together.
I'll tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get heartache, heartburn. You're going to get a jury that convicts Cawley before the judge even walks into that courtroom. Cawley cooperating with you at all?
No, he makes no case for himself at all. He rages and rages. I'm toying with the idea of insanity.
You or him?
Sam still tied up?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Bill.
Listen, why are we defending Cawley? What are we, public defenders?
You frightened, Milt? You frightened your friends aren't going to like your associations? Well, to hell with your friends. We're a law firm, not a restricted country club.
Good morning, Mr. Handler.
Hello, Sally.
Hello, Mr. Handler.
Oh, hello, Milt. Is he in?
He's still in the meeting, sir, but he shouldn't be too long.
Oh, they got Cawley's fingerprints on the knife, his hair under Melissa's fingernails. All you got is Cawley saying, "I don't remember." And the 2 missing girls, they'll be all over that courtroom. This is no case. This is a conviction. DA could mail it in.
Sam, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for a week.
Victor, how are you? You know Marty Costigan, don't you? Marty, Victor Handler?
Sure.
Well, sit down.
Sam, I've been trying to see you. I don't want you involved in this Cawley case anymore. My wife says it's embarrassing.
Embarrassing to whom?
Tell him to be quiet, Sam.
Him? Who is him?
Marty.
The insurance business is a very personal business. My clients all know who my lawyer is. They don't like this, Sam. They don't like it at all.
Victor, the court appointed me to defend Vincent Cawley. I mean, he's entitled to a lawyer, and I'm it.
The man is entitled to nothing.
He's entitled to an adequate defense. If he doesn't get it today, well, what about, say, Marty tomorrow or you the next day?
Are you comparing me to Vincent Cawley?
No, I'm saying a lawyer has a lot of clients.
Sam, I'm not just another client. I am responsible for getting you on the school board. I am good for $20,000 a year in retainers, more with litigation. Now, Sam, I don't make many demands, but a while back I suggested you drop this matter. Now I'm telling you.
Victor, I'm sorry. You just don't get it.
I'm sorry. You're the one that doesn't get it. You and your wife have been to my home. You've been to my home, Sam. I'm gonna have my girl drop by in the morning. You tell your people to have my files ready.
Did you ever see 20 grand walk through a door?
Plus litigation.
Plus litigation.
Lord, I hate bullies. And I don't like men who quote their wives. And I don't like people who are just not nice. Well, you really want me in on this thing, huh? Law says Cawley is entitled to a vigorous defense. Let's go see if we can't think one up. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. That was very good, Sam. Very good. You know what you are?
No.
Courageous. Courageous.
You know what you are?
What?
You're right.
That's her wife.
Mr. Fischetti will clear this up from him. Now, he's admired. He's highly respected in this area. Everyone says so.
Vincent, maybe you could help clear it up. If you know anything about those missing girls...
I'm not charged with any missing girls. You understand? I'm not indicted for any missing girls. Just that one little girl. Just that one pretty little girl. All tied up, standing in the rain.
Could you give me a ride to work this morning? Oh, he's tied up with a client.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Come on, Cawley, this is just for us.
Let's try it again. Did you kill Melissa? I don't remember. I told you that. Didn't like that answer. Let's try it again.
The state troopers have found your knife.
Everybody's got a knife, sir.
With your fingerprints all over it.
With your hair under Melissa's fingernails?
They've got you cold on the Hader case, and they're trying like hell to connect you to the other two girls.
I don't know nothing about no missing girls. Law says you gotta prove beyond a shadow of a doubt.
A lawyer here yet.
You want to try the case yourself, Vincent?
Me? Of course not. Judge wouldn't let me. Besides, I get wonderful lawyers. You are a lawyer, aren't you, Mr. Costigan? No, I'm really comfortable with you guys. We're going to learn lots from each other.
All right, let's start with you then, Cawley, because right now we have no case. So we need everything. And then maybe we can make a deal with the DA, and maybe not.
So we need it all. Now, did you kill Melissa Hayter? And 1 month prior to that, did you abduct or harm those two girls? Sarah Goodman? Nancy Deering?
I bet you drink, Mr. Costigan. You get mad real fast. Your hands are shaking, sir. Put them in your pockets. My dad was a drunk. That's what he did.
Cauley, stop fooling around. We need this. Nancy Deering, Sarah Goodman, all of it.
A deal, huh? And you think it'll help me? Mr. Fischetti, do you think I'm insane? Am I legally insane?
Yeah. What our eminent client wants to know is, under the law, was he aware that what he was doing was wrong when he killed Melissa Hayter?
That's good, Mr. Costigan.
And if he couldn't distinguish between right and wrong, then he's possibly legally insane, therefore not guilty. It's a very tough case to mount.
But it is possible, isn't it? Mr. Fischetti, if I'm sick now, I should be in the hospital, shouldn't I, sir?
Well, we're trying to figure out where you do belong, Vincent. Did you know Melissa Hayter?
Yeah, I met her. I killed her. Now you know something you didn't know before. You feel a lot closer to me now, don't you, Sam?
Sarah Goodman and Nancy Deering.
116, 114.
That's young.
They were babies.
I don't know nothing about no missing girls. I told you about Melissa Hayter. You said I wasn't charged with anything else.
Vincent, Marty and I are trying to figure out how to defend you and what to defend you from. If you're not going to level with us, I'm going to ask the judge to take us off the case. You're going to get some kid out of law school. He's had 4 cases and he's lost them all. We are good lawyers. We're not damn undertakers. Do you understand that?
The judge won't let you off this case. I know about these matters. You say it's too late. They say my defense will be severely damaged.
This guy doesn't need a lawyer. He needs a classroom. We got a mental giant here.
Hey, pal, have you noticed your boosters down there? I mean, those people are dying to get at you.
Nobody gets links no more.
Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman.
Would it help me?
It might. Come on, Vincent. Just for us. Come on. Did you kill them?
After a time. They told me they worked as waitresses. They'd had the day off, but had trouble getting back. I told them I'd drive them back.
Wait, I want to speed some of this up.
How many times are you going to listen to this?
I told the girls I had to stop off at my parents' house to pick up a few things.
Your parents are dead.
The Dollies didn't know that. It's my shack now. My wife's never even been there. One of them was a little stronger than the other. She wriggled more, but it was like wrapping up a small package for Christmas. Didn't even have to tie the other one. She was dying, I think. Little China doll she was. Broke so easy. After a while, the other girl stopped wriggling. Then all she did was stare at me. I really don't like that, you know. I don't like to be stared at.
What did you do with the girls' bodies?
I waited till dawn, then took them to the old Dunning quarry. Nobody's been up there in years. It's a real fine place.
Are you trying to tell me that both those girls were alive and one saw you kill the other one?
Is that a problem?
Is that a problem? Oh, you bastard.
Thought you were gonna kill him.
I don't know, Marty. Is he insane or is he playing insane?
I don't know. He might be using the missing girls. I've had clients confess to anything to get away with what they really did. But if those bodies are where he said they were, and if what he said he did to them is true,
then he's really insane.
Well, insane, but not legally insane. I told you, Sam, this is the toughest defense in the business. We need more.
Maybe we'll get more tomorrow. Let's go.
What time is it?
It's about 11:30. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to wake you.
Aaron Goodman called. You know, Sarah Goodman's father.
Yeah, I know.
He keeps calling.
Can't help him. He knows I'm Vincent Cawley's lawyer.
And the man's coming apart, not knowing where his girl is.
I can't help him.
Miss Midgley was by today.
How'd he behave?
Politely. He's nervous around us.
Everybody's nervous around us. I'm nervous around us.
You and Marty, did you have a good day today?
Wonderful. We had a wonderful day.
Vincent Cawley, did he have a good day? There was some paint sprayed on the rear window of the car this morning. It said, "You pollute our town." Monica saw it, too.
Damn it. Damn it.
And then some guy called you around 9 tonight, and Teresa answered, and he said that he wanted to kill you.
Oh, Maureen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Maureen, but please, please don't pay any attention to cranks and cowards. Those people never do anything. It's easy to be anonymous.
So I called the police, and they said that there wasn't much they could do about telephone threats, but that I should stay in touch. Please, please, give it up. Vincent Cawley can get another lawyer. There are other lawyers, you know?
There are always other lawyers. There are always other people to take the heat and to stand the watch and to do the unpopular. But Maureen, this time, I'm the other lawyer.
Okay. And you tell your girls that everything is just going to be fine. You tell them that this is the big case we've all been waiting for. You tell them that all their friends haven't turned their backs on them.
If their friends can be influenced...
Oh, come on. Everyone can be influenced.
Then we're in the wrong town and we're living with the wrong people.
Where do we go? Who do we talk to?
All right. I'll talk to the girls tomorrow.
What are you going to tell them? That God stopped off at Sawyerton and stayed the night with the Fichettis? Did you come to bed, Mr. Fischetti? You're exhausted? You're having a terrible time, aren't you?
You break my heart, drinking your breakfast.
Well, this may be a very painful day, pal. I want to be prepared. Lee, here you go. Oh, you look all sad and old. You shouldn't. Aren't you the one who told me that we were going to be commended for helping the community?
Yeah, we're blown away by some well-dressed vigilante who's just discovered community spirit. Sarah Goodman's father keeps calling.
Well, who else should he call? Let's go. You know, this case, this local embarrassment, this matter foisted upon you by a whimsical judge, which you then foisted upon me. By the way, you are paying me now, right?
Yes, I'm paying you, Marty.
Good. This thing could just take us right to the top of the world.
That's great. How do we get back down?
We don't. World-famous figures. We stay put. Dish out advice at $300 a pop.
What did you do with the girls' bodies?
I waited till dawn, then took them to the old Dunning quarry. Nobody's been up there in years. It's a real quiet place.
How did you get those bodies up the mountain? I mean, there were two of them.
There wasn't no weight at all between the two of them. I've carried twice as much, twice as far. Remember, Sam, I'm telling this stuff to you guys, no one else.
The bodies, Vincent. We need to know exactly where you put them.
Oh, that's easy.
Watch it.
You all right, Marty?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Move it left. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold it. Nothing.
Here. One of us has to go in there. Watch your head.
What the hell am I doing in here?
See anything?
No. A lot of old timbers.
Huh?
A lot of timbers. Bunch of tin cans.
Sam, you all right? You okay? Bastard. Get a shot of it. I have to take a couple shots, Sam. Here.
On the camera. On the camera. I can't see. Oh, God. Get another one. Oh, no. It's all right.
The parents have to know.
How's that?
The parents have to know.
You know better than that, Sam. This is privilege. Our client told us about this in confidence.
Well, there are exceptions, Marty.
Not in this case. That's only if there's a possibility of an ongoing crime, which there isn't because Cawley's locked up in jail. Or if he gives us permission to use it in his defense, which he is not. We're stuck with the law here.
Hey, the law was not up there with us. The law didn't see what we saw.
The law doesn't have to be there, Sam. That's the great thing about the law. It doesn't have to be anywhere.
Well, the law has to answer to the parents of those girls.
No, it doesn't. Sam, listen to me. You're paying me.
Stop saying that!
What's the matter with you? Law's not a father, not a mother, doesn't cry.
So much for justice, huh?
Justice? Sam, we're not in the justice business. We're in the law business.
We didn't have to be here. We didn't have to know.
Yes, we did, Sam. We had to get all the facts. Anything less is fatal to a defense. Sam, the court assigned us to protect the rights of Vincent Cawley.
What about those two girls? Who protects their rights?
The people of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Our opponents.
you just sitting there? Are you sick? What happened? Did you have an accident? This car looks like you ran into a ditch. Just gonna sit here all night?
I'd like to.
Did you go drinking with Marty?
We stopped at Myers.
You stopped at Myers, so now you're home. Well, let's get you into a hot shower.
Go to bed, Maureen. I'll come up later.
Go to bed? Why? Children go to bed. Husband and wife stay up and talk. They talk about things. Do you want to talk to me, Sammy?
That's privileged.
What? You found the girls' bodies. You reported it, didn't you? You told the police and the girls' families? What happens now?
I can't divulge that to you, Maureen, because that's not my information to share.
Not your information to share? Is that what you're going to tell the girls' parents? That it's not your information to share? Come on, Sam, you go to the police, you go to the district attorney. Tell them what you know. In the name of God, Sam, let those poor parents bury their children.
Maureen, I'm a lawyer, and I swore an oath.
I know you're a lawyer. I've lived with you for 20 years. And you never talked about oaths. You never...
Well, maybe I wasn't a lawyer until 2 months ago. Maybe nobody is anything until you shine a light into a dark quarry and you see something you wish to God you never saw. Maybe now I'm a lawyer. And a lawyer does not knuckle into pressure. Not from the public, and not from the police, and not from his family. Not even from his wife, who he loves very much. Because a lawyer cannot jeopardize due process.
Due process? What the hell are you talking about? Due process? Children are dead!
I know it sounds ludicrous.
No, it's not ludicrous. It's obscene.
Well, then change the word, Maureen, and don't say due process, say the law. Because without that, honey, we got crap. We got a house with no walls, and we got 2 kids with no future, and nobody is safe.
Are they going to be safe if you get Coley off? Will they be safe then? Don't stay down here too long. It's very damp.
You sure there's nothing I can get you?
Nothing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Fischetti, Mr. Goodman is still waiting.
Yeah, I know he's still waiting. Why did you tell him I was in?
Well, he saw you come in. He has been waiting.
Well, I don't have an appointment with him.
Do you want me to tell him you can't see him?
I shouldn't see him at all.
Do you want me to tell him that?
No. Send him in.
Mr. Goodman, you can come in now.
I came in from Pittsburgh. I moved my family there.
I know.
Tried to reach you some time ago.
I hope you understood. I represent Vincent Cawley, and he might be...
I'm not a lawyer, Mr. Fischetti, just the father. Anyway, I called your house a number of times, because your wife's been very kind.
Did she tell you to call me here? It's all right. Can I get you something? Coffee? Tea? Ice water? Glass of water, that would be good.
Mr. Fischetti, can't you help me?
Now, let me make something very clear, Mr. Goodman. Vincent Cawley is not charged with any crime that would relate to the disappearance of Sarah.
Yes, sir, but the newspaper...
Mr. Goodman, my client is on trial only for the murder of Melissa Hayter.
I realize that, sir, but we've exhausted every other source of information. Can't you tell me something? Should we keep hoping and praying? I'm sorry. The other girl, Nancy Deering, her father's dead, you know? Her mother asked me, should we have a service, at least say goodbye. We owe them a goodbye, don't we?
I don't know what advice to give you.
I don't know much about the law, Mr. Fischetti. I never had much to do with it. My wife and I were lucky. Our lives have been gentle, successful, I suppose one could say conventional. And then one day it was no longer conventional. A funeral is so final. Yet all her friends would be there. All those blessed children. How do they say goodbye? Should they say goodbye?
I don't have any information concerning the whereabouts of your daughter or Nancy Deering.
Well, I appreciate the time you've given me. Thank you, sir.
He's with me every night. Every damn night. There he is. Sarah Goodman's father. sitting on the edge of my bed and looking at me like I killed his daughter. I talk to him, I try to help him.
Sam, listen to me. You're not charged with helping him. You're charged with defending Vincent Cawley. I told you about those night visitors. We're going to have to make this deal with the DA.
Well, will she deal?
I think so. I hope so. I really don't want to send you to court with an insanity plea. That's tenuous at best. Not that we let on to the DA. And when we go in there and meet her today, we're exuding confidence, just...
Yeah, I tell you, Marty, making this deal for Cawley is killing me.
Well, just stay alive till we make it, and then Goodman will be off your bed. Cawley will be out of your life. You'll be back at the country club on the back nine with your old client, Victor Handler, Esquire. Excuse me. Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Phil. Well, let's understand one another, Janine. In case these plea bargaining negotiations break down, it has to be understood that nothing, and I mean nothing, that our side gives you can be used against us in court.
Understood.
No, but it's very important you understand, Janine, because that's the essence of this meeting.
It is understood.
Okay. All right. Well, we're here seeking a concession for our client, Vincent Cawley, in exchange for some information that we think will enable you to avoid a very costly jury trial.
Those concessions are?
Reduction of charges against Cawley for the killing of Melissa Hayter to manslaughter in return for a guilty plea.
I've got a little problem with your terms. Vincent Cawley is guilty of murder 1, even if you turn the law upside down.
Well, but upside down or downside up, it doesn't matter. What we're doing is offering you a hedge here. I mean, if we can convince a jury that Cawley's not guilty by reason of insanity, he goes to an institution, but he only stays there as long as he's considered insane.
So after he spends some time in a hospital, he's a free man. Is that what you want, Sam?
What I want is not relevant, Janine, and what I want is not at issue. I'm an officer of the court, just like you are.
So you'd free Vincent Cawley? Would you free Cawley, Sam?
Janine, look, there's a very strong possibility a jury will find him legally insane and therefore ultimately set him free.
So balance that against avoiding a costly jury trial, putting Cawley away on manslaughter charges for the killing of Melissa Hayter, and the solution to some other possible homicides.
Does this mean that you know for a fact that Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman are dead and not just missing? I assume you're speaking with the permission of Vincent Cawley.
That's so.
Mr. Fischetti, Mr. Costigan, I am outraged that you would even consider trading information on the bodies of those poor young girls. To extract a deal for a cold-blooded killer? And I'll tell you now that if you know the locations of those bodies and don't inform the police, I'll damn well seek criminal charges against you for withholding evidence and obstructing justice.
You know what happens if you reveal the content of this meeting? You couldn't get a traffic ticket conviction against Cawley or anybody else. You'd be finished.
Don't you patronize me, Counselor. I know how to behave.
Well, then behave, damn it!
Marty, shut up. You're a good lawyer, Janine. You will not violate the confidence of this meeting.
I'll not violate the confidences given here. When this is over, Mr. Fischetti, you will be a pariah in this county, in this state, everywhere. You have committed the unpardonable.
You know, I've had enough of irate people and aroused citizens. I've had it up to here with armchair indignation. I won't be hustled by part-time moralists who never take the rap. They never stand the watch.
And what about the girls' parents? Who cries for them?
I do. Every day.
Perhaps every other day. Maybe every 3 days.
Janine, Marty Costigan and I are doing our job, fulfilling our sworn obligations, no matter what the temper of any community. If our belief in the sanctity of the law, which does protect us all, saints and sinners, if that belief is what you find so unpardonable, why don't you resign now and go join the damn mobs? Well, pal, we just defended the Constitution of the United States. You think anybody noticed?
Vince. Hey, Vince.
DA wouldn't deal, would she?
No, she wouldn't.
What now?
Well, now in the first place, we expected a no, so all we do is just go back
You're
to
a
the
liar,
original.
Costigan. I thought you said that legal insanity was impossible to prove.
No, I said it was tough, not impossible. Matter of fact, our psychiatrist agrees that you did not know right from wrong when you killed Melissa.
What about the other two?
You're not being charged with the other two.
DA knows you told her.
She cannot raise that in court. She received that information in strictest confidence. She tries to bring that up. That's an automatic mistrial.
I can raise it.
No, Vince, no. If you do that, you die. You'll rot in jail the rest of your life. That's all they need is those two missing girls.
Girls will be there anyway.
Huh?
They're everywhere. They don't bother me. Ghosts are losers anyway. That's why they're ghosts.
Vincent, there's a chance that you'll be found not guilty by reason of insanity. That means hospitalization. But that's only if we can keep a very narrow focus on the case. You cannot bring up the other two girls. You understand?
You're being tried only for the murder of Melissa Hayter. So don't answer any questions that we don't ask. I mean, don't volunteer any additional information. If the DA asks you something you don't remember, you just say, I don't remember.
And when Mr. Costigan asks you a question, it's very
Not Costigan. You.
No. Mr. Costigan's an experienced criminal
Sam,
lawyer.
Community respects you. Respects you a great deal. You're my lawyer. And you're my real defense.
Marty, I've never handled a criminal case before.
Congratulations. Not every lawyer gets a callie the first time out. Chuck? And he's right, you know. You are his real defense. Callie is not stupid. Thanks. We'll see.
See their expressions.
Just run straight ahead.
Thank God I wouldn't let the girls come.
Come on, lady. Come on.
He already has, lady.
Sergeant Phelps.
Sam Fischetti.
Till the trial is over, there'll be myself and another police officer with you and Mr. Costigan at all times. Good morning, Mrs. Fischetti. I'd appreciate it if you didn't wander off by yourself. You'd be okay in the courthouse. It's okay, Mrs. Fischetti. Your husband's on personal charge. I'll be very close.
Will you assign someone to her, please?
Listen, you know I don't approve of your involvement in this case. I hate it. And I despise Vincent Colley. But I love his lawyer.
All the way back.
This fifth and final day of the prosecutor's presentation of the case against Vincent Colley for the murder of Melissa Hayter has been perhaps the most damaging to the defense. Statements from the people who have known Colley and the prosecution's 3 psychiatrists seem to severely discredit the defense's opening statement claiming that Colley was deranged. Although the names of the missing girls, Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman, have never been mentioned, it is quite obvious to any courtroom observer that the specter of their whereabouts haunts this case. And with the opening of the...
You ought to get some sleep, sir.
Why?
So I can. You guys open your defense tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know, I helped capture Colley. I could have blown him away.
Why didn't you?
Well, maybe next time. Gets tougher and tougher.
Yeah. You wanted to kill him, and you couldn't. I didn't want to defend him, and here I am.
Why?
When my daughter Teresa was 8, she took some money from her mother's purse. Everybody knew she did it. But her sister Monica defended her. I said, Monica, why are you doing this? She said, Daddy, suppose everybody's wrong. Doesn't Teresa need somebody too?
Counselor, I'm going to show you a little cove. There's a great big bass down there. Stays right up out of the water. No one can catch him. He knows it. He's safe. Safer than we are.
No, inside. I'm going to go get a good seat.
It's gonna be all right, Vivian. It's gonna be all right.
All rise.
Hi, Judge. Big day for all of us here. Sun all out. Millions of people here. They'll be remembered, Your Honor. They'll be remembered.
Mr. Fischetti, please inform your client that any further outbursts, and he'll be restrained.
We apologize, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Defense is ready.
And you may call your first witness.
The defense calls Vincent Colley. So, how old were you when you first had sex with a woman?
I don't know. So many things happened.
Well, can you remember some of them?
Your Honor, I know what he wants me to say, but it's not decent, sir.
You must answer the question, Mr. Colley.
Can you remember anything, Vincent?
I dream about them, and I know.
You dream about them, and then you know.
Awful dreams. Vivian, don't I have awful dreams?
Mr. Colley.
They're terrible, Your Honor. I'm sorry, they're terrible. You know, I really don't know what I know. My dad didn't tell me nothing. He said I was too stupid to understand anything.
What about your mother, Vincent?
She's dead, but Mom, she was worse than the old man. Once she hit me on the head with an iron bar. I've had headaches all my life since then.
Was there anyone in the family that looked after you? Any relative?
Yes, sir, there was. I had a sister. She died. She died young.
How did she die, Vincent?
My dad raped her, sir.
That's terrible.
She ran away, died somewheres or other.
What happened then?
I asked him about it.
And?
He beat me nearly half to death. He locked me in a cellar. He'd come down again and again and beat me up. Kept beating me and beating me. And then I knew something.
What did you know?
I knew you could beat up on people and kill them and rape them and do whatever you wanted to them. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Vincent?
You people don't believe me, do you? I'm sick and hurting, and you bastards don't believe me. Just like Mom when she was alive. My head can't hold these damn ghosts.
Mr. Fischetti, you got
You know, see them? Look at them. Look at them. There's Sarah and little Nancy right behind her.
Your Honor, witness is not responding to counsel's questions.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The jury be instructed to ignore this testimony.
Your Honor, let the witness speak.
Testimony be stricken from the record.
Let the truth come out.
Order in the court.
Sam, they're coming straight at me.
Order in the court. Let me have order.
Nancy and Sarah, they're coming straight at me, Sam.
Mr. Fischetti, control your witness, please.
You said they were dead, Sam. You said they were dead. You saw the bodies. And you saw the bodies. I saw them too. I told you it's
This whole testimony be stricken away.
I told you when they were responding to
Take Mr. Coley out of here.
dead. But they're here and they're coming straight at me, sir. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Come in. You said they were dead.
This court is recessed until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Escort the jury out of here now.
Sergeant Phelps. Sergeant Phelps. That's my wife and my kid. Get them out of here and get them to my home.
Right now, sir.
Dad, you knew all the time.
It's his job.
But you knew.
Let's go,
Talk about it later.
Let's
Go
go.
home.
Stand there, please.
Are they all right? He'll look after them.
Gentlemen, wait right here. I'll have an escort take you out.
Absolutely.
You guys are really something.
They ought to be on their way by now.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Troopers will take care of them.
So what do you think, Marty?
I think it went well. You were very good. Carly just decided to take over his own case. Didn't see any ghosts. Saw a first-degree murder conviction. That's when he decided to take over.
I don't think we'll ever know. I mean, he could have seen ghosts. Why not? You have. I have. When we go out there, there's not much point in denying that we know about the bodies.
This is true. Privileged information is no longer privileged.
Gentlemen, we're ready.
Here we go, Sammy. See what the people in Sawyerton and the general press think of two lawyers who were naive enough to follow the law.
Because the trial is still underway, I said because the trial is still underway, Mr. Fischetti and I will take no questions. None. Absolutely none.
They're home, Mr. Fischetti. They're okay.
Thank you.
Instead, we will limit our remarks to one joint statement about today's proceedings. Sam?
The information revealed to us by Mr. Cawley has been the basis of a terrible burden Mr. Costigan and I have borne since the defendant revealed his crimes to us. In order to test the credibility of his confession, Mr. Costigan and I followed his instructions and located and viewed the bodies of Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman. But we were prevented from revealing these disclosures because of the canon of ethics we swore to uphold when we were admitted to the bar. The effectiveness of any lawyer depends on the confidentiality of the lawyer-client relationship.
What about your conscience?
If a lawyer cannot get the facts because his client fears that at some time those facts will be divulged later, then the lawyer can give his client only half a defense.
Sam, the public doesn't understand canons, ethical or otherwise.
Ted, do you want me to say the public be damned? I'm not going to say that. What we will say is this. Mr. Costigan and I are bound by law to protect the rights of our client.
What about our rights?
Come on, Sam. We got a case to try.
Would the defendant, Vincent Cawley, please rise? The jury finds the defendant, Vincent Thomas Cawley, guilty of murder in the first degree. Yes!
They didn't convict Cawley.
It seems to me they just did, Janine.
Cawley means nothing. He's a piece of demented garbage. Should have been thrown away years ago. But you two, I'm going to see to it that you're indicted. Obstructing justice is a crime. What you've done is blasphemous.
Come on! You're as guilty of murder as he is! Where does he get off? This is your last case!
Hello. What?
Yeah. Hey, Sam. What? Couldn't happen.
Yeah, let's set that up, okay?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, I'll give you
Shetty.
Yes. Had this happened?
We can't tell you that till tomorrow morning. We assume you're insured.
Against what?
What you staring at? Something unusual? Yeah! A casa disgraziato!
E pa!
Se vengo fuori, spacco la faccia, comprende, eh?
Forget him.
shopping first, Pop.
People hanging around 2 weeks after the trial. What do they want now, huh?
Mass suicide in here, I guess.
Monica.
But I thought the police were going to watch for you.
What police? We're gone the day after the trial.
Sergeant Phelps looks in on us.
On his day off?
The police are back to fighting crime. We're history. Mom's afraid to even go out of the house. I still don't understand why we all had to get involved in this in the first place.
I think we should move.
Basta. We go nowhere. Fischettis did not come to America to hide in closets.
See this, Pop? Victor Handler's called a town meeting. He wants Sam off the school board. He wants to have him recalled, so he's got this petition going around. Imagine that. We're still on someone's mailing list.
Never mind the school board, Sammy. You're a lawyer, a sensible, decent lawyer. So they did convict Collie. Man, you're free. Now. No?
You are free, aren't you, Sam? We're free from Collie, aren't we?
Not exactly.
I know you saw the judge today. What else does he want?
He wants me to continue with the Collie case.
Dad! What does the judge want from you, Sammy?
He wants me to handle the appeal, and he wants me to continue to represent him on the other 2 cases.
He wants to kill you. That's what he wants to do.
He says it's better for the first lawyer to continue. He says that Collie is pleased with his representation and that there's an ongoing responsibility.
Well, that's not good enough. That is just not good enough. Look at me. Turn around and look at me.
Keep it down, Maureen. The girls don't have to know everything.
Oh, come on. The girls know more than we do. We're just starting out. If it were just us, I'd stand right by you. I swear to you, if it were just you and me, I'd spit in the face of everyone who's ever walked away from us. So I'm not defending them. I'm defending us. We're not just starting out, and it isn't just us. Sam, we're not that young anymore.
Maureen, I cannot make it without my family. I will grow old very badly without all of you.
You know, the girls adore you. You dazzle them. You really do. They love you so much. But you've become a martyr, Sam. Now, granted, martyrs might become saints, but they make very lousy fathers, don't they? Oh, Sam. Give it up. We'll pick up the pieces. We'll move. We'll live off nothing. We used to be good at that. I can't stand looks, and I can't take the hate anymore. Please help me. I'll make arrangements for the girls and me to live with my sisters for a while. Well, I guess God did not stop off at the Fischettis.
Hey, Peter Mastio. How are you?
Don't touch me! If those girls were my daughters, I would kill you.
Oh.
What's your daughter?
Oh, Marty.
Hey,
Marty.
Come on here. I'm part of the mob now, pal.
Rocky, I'll buy you a drink. Thank you.
Where's your drink?
You didn't notice? I stopped.
When?
After the trial sometime. Woke up feeling good one morning. Feeling like a lawyer again. I just thought I'd stop.
After that trial.
Damn right. We did everything we could for Collie. We were good lawyers. Followed the law. It makes me feel good.
That's nice.
I'll tell you something else nice. I may have taught you a little criminal law, but you showed me a lot of real law, a lot of real man. And you showed me how to live again. At least for a time. But a time for me is a blessing. Anyway, what about that town hall meeting tonight? You know they're circulating this recall petition against you, right? They sent me one, you believe that?
I can take the school board and stick it up their ear.
Sam, wait a minute. Look, this is not about the board. This is about reputation. I mean, this town may not know anything about the law, but they do know about reputation. And tonight, there's going to be a lot of decent, intelligent people there. They're not all like Mascio, Handler, but they don't understand. You've got to go in there and explain what you did and why you did it. They need that.
Maureen and the kids are leaving.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, Sam.
My house is going to be very lonely. I'm not used to being alone, Marty.
They'll be back. If you stay here, they'll be back, I promise you.
As you all know, Sam Fischetti was invited to appear before us here this evening. He has been given every opportunity to speak on his own behalf, and he declined. Now, Sawyerton honored Sam Fischetti by placing him on our school board. The school board, which conducts the most important business that can be, deciding the direction of our children's growth. We did this for the man, and what has been our thanks? I mean, this man, Fischetti, absent tonight, knew the whereabouts of our missing children. And he kept that information from our broken families. There is very little we can do to Sam Fischetti that Almighty God will not do. But to allow him to remain on our school board with his peers, I, for one, say never. No, no, no.
I've got something I want to say, Victor.
I'd like very much to hear what he has to say. I'd like to hear his explanation.
Which are all right, fine, sir.
Because I remain Vincent Cawley's lawyer. Because I remain Vincent Cawley's lawyer, I have to limit what I can say tonight and the questions I can answer.
You see?
On the...
He's hiding. He won't tell us a thing.
Come on, Sam. You had information regarding the bodies of those girls, and you never said a thing.
Is that a question, Stanley?
Stop quibbling, Sam.
I don't quibble about the deaths of 2 girls.
I wish you'd felt that way at the time. I really do.
I did, Louise.
Sam, you never spoke up, right? You never mentioned a word about those 2 bodies. Why?
On the grounds of privileged information.
What the?
You met with Aaron Goodman, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Did you lie to him?
I told him that I had no information concerning the whereabouts of his daughter.
Then you lied to the man.
If it were up to me, I'd vote Sam Fischetti off the board right now and get out of here.
Here, here, here,
You ought to be on trial, Sam, for obstructing justice and withholding information.
All right, just a minute. Just a minute. Janine, when Martin Costigan and I went to see you to plea bargain for Cawley...
Sam, I'm here tonight simply as a citizen. I can't participate.
In my exoneration, no, you can't. But as a citizen, you can participate. When Martin Costigan and I went to see you, wasn't it obvious that we knew that Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman were dead? And wasn't it obvious that we knew the whereabouts of the bodies?
It appeared that way.
Did you divulge that information?
No.
Why?
I had no right.
Well, let me understand this. You despised Marty Costigan and myself. You threatened us. Yet you protected the confidentiality of that meeting.
I was protecting the rules of the meeting. That's all I can say.
You were protecting the people from their instinct to trample on the law when it doesn't agree with them. Like it or not, Janine, you were following your oath as I was following mine. Now look at us. Look at all of us. Somewhere back there, way back there, we were wise enough to know that one day despicable acts against us and our children would be perpetrated, and that we would be tempted by outrage and by passion to throw away everything that we had built to protect us. Sometimes it hurts, and sometimes it flies in the face of every decent thing we've been taught to believe in, yet the law still holds. Your own prosecutor protected me. Yes, you did, Janine. I protected Vincent Cawley. Yes, even Vincent Cawley, a savage monstrosity, because by protecting Vincent Cawley's rights under the law, we protect all of us from ourselves, our friends, our neighbors. If the Constitution can't protect the worst of us, well, surely it can't defend the best of us.
That's good.
There will never be a day when I don't think about Nancy Deering and Sarah Goodman and their families. The law, for all its virtues, does not protect us from heartbreak.
Sam, thanks for coming tonight. We had to hear it. Good work. Way to go.
Good work, Sam.
I'm proud of you, Dad.
It's a brick.
What?
A brick! Get out of here!
Who would do a thing like that?
What does it say?
Ah, you know what it says. Who cares?
Maybe we should leave this place for a while.
We're not going anywhere. We're going home. Like Pop says, Fichettis didn't come to America to hide in closets, huh?
È vero.